These are the brand new Acolyte hook resistant landing nets. They come in 3 sizes, 14, 16 and 18 inch, and they've took a very long time to perfect and develop. And this man behind me here has been integral to that development process. So let's take a closer look at the Acolyte landing nets with 5-time world champion Alan Scotthorne. Well, Alan, it's fair to say you're absolutely emptying it.
Yeah, this has been absolutely fantastic fishing.
Yeah, you've never been here before. We're on the club lake at Orchid Lakes in Oxfordshire, and it is a fantastic little lake, isn't it?
Yeah, full of fish. I mean, I've had literally a skimmer virtually every cast for probably 2 hours. Really good.
So these landing nets, they must have been in development for a good 2 years now. And how did they first come about?
The problem that I've always had when you're catching a lot of fish using a normal type net, as you're constantly hooking the net all the time and having to either cut your hook out of the net, which destroys your net, or your hook straightens, or you misshape it or something. So it's always been a big problem. I mean, on the continent they use the knotted type net, and
yeah,
of course
the really
in England,
harsh, abrasive sort of nets that you're not allowed them in England.
You're just
not allowed them in the UK,
allowed them in England.
No.
I mean, they're totally banned.
Yeah.
So coming up with a material to use that you don't actually hook has been a major task, really.
Yes. And these are hook resistant. They're not hook proof, are they? But the chances of snagging them with a hook is so much reduced. It's actually quite astonishing, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to say I've used the white type net. I mean, this was the original net that we got to test, and this mesh is. I don't know why you just don't hook it, John.
No.
It's really strange.
No, the actual way it's weaved, I've never seen a net weaved in that way.
No, I mean, I've caught literally thousands and thousands of fish with barbed hooks on, and the amount of times the hooks actually got in the net is astonishingly low.
Yeah.
You may hook the net catching 200 fish. You may hook it maybe 2 or 3 times during its session. So for some reason, whether it's the shape of the mesh or how the mesh, because it's really flat or whatever, you don't seem to actually hook the mesh.
No.
But when you do, of course, it's an open weave and the hook comes straight out.
Yeah.
There is places on net that you can hook and lose your actual.
Yeah, you've got the bits around here. You've got the bits where the two are joined. But even then, it is reduced, isn't it?
Yeah. If I've hooked it a couple of times in a couple of years, I've not hooked it many times. If you hook the actual where the net's fastened together, you have a chance to lose your hook. But actually fishing the mesh is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I can't get my head round that you don't actually hook the net itself.
No, and it's actually quite a light net as well, isn't it? It's very strong, very manoeuvrable, and the mesh size is excellent for scooping fish fast as well.
Yeah, I mean, we've done 3 sizes. We've got a 14, a 16 and an 18-inch size net. The 14, when you're catching small fish and wanting to net them quick on the canal or wherever, then the small net's good. Yeah. But even the bigger net, the 18-inch, I've netted double-figure carp in it.
I mean, the depth of them is been very well considered. I mean, that's the deepest. That's the biggest net, and it's a perfect depth, really.
I think the shape of the net with the flat front, it seems to allow you to net bigger fish.
Yeah.
It really is a nice shape to use. The other good thing about it retains its shape as well. It's very difficult for the net to actually get wrapped over because it's not a harsh material, but it holds its shape very well.
Yeah, I've lost count of times you're shaking your landing net before you net a fish that's suddenly popped up quick. Yeah. And this is almost like a semi-rigid material, isn't it? It just makes everything so much faster.
Yeah. If you're fishing with barbed hooks or barbless hooks, this net works fantastically well. Any fishery that you go to where you're catching a lot of fish, it saves you time. You're going to catch more fish because you're not fiddling about trying to take the hook out of the net. It's as near to a monofilament type net what you can use on the continent. We can't use them in England, but this is the way forward. You're not going to hook this net while you're catching fish. It is a brilliant development.